Hey mamas, it's your girl, Carrie. I hope that you had an amazing Mother's Day. Well, at least those in this part of the world. I know Ireland celebrates in March. Not sure if other countries do it at that time or if there's even different times that they do it. But even if it wasn't Mother's Day where you live, I hope that you had an amazing weekend. And I hope your week is off to a great start. And for me, no matter what happens this week, I am determined to make it a good one because this week, Mom Wave Career Life is turning 2. I still can't believe it. So happy podiversary to all of us. And I wanted to choose a quote this week that would not only help ground you and center you, but will also hopefully help you walk into your week with more peace and more purpose. So here it is. You're allowed to outgrow the version of you who dreamed up the life you're in now. Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life's weekly empowering episode of Monday's Motivational Mindset. And you know what that means. It's time to kickstart your week with a boost of inspiration, positivity, and a whole lot of motivation. Working moms, I get it. Mondays can be tough. We all know that. But they're also a chance for a fresh start, a new opportunity, and the perfect day to set the tone for a successful week ahead. I'm Carrie Pat, your host and fellow working mom. Every week, I'll be sharing a motivational quote and we'll break it down, share stories, and uncover the wisdom it holds for our unique journey as working moms. So whether you're getting ready for work, making those school lunches, or just enjoying a quiet moment alone, let's dive into this week's dose of motivation. Let's make this Monday count. Today's quote is, "You are allowed to outgrow the version of you who dreamed up the life you're in now." How many times do we feel like we have to stick with something just because at one point we really wanted it? That job, that routine, that version of motherhood, that goal you wrote down 2 years ago or even 2 months ago. At one point, you prayed for the life you're living. You worked hard to create it. And now that you're here, it might not feel quite how you thought it would. Or maybe you're starting to outgrow it. And that can feel very confusing, even a little guilt-inducing. But here's the truth. You are allowed to grow. You're supposed to grow. You're allowed to shift. You're allowed to want more or different, even from a life that you once celebrated. This really hit me hard recently as I was recording tomorrow's episode where I'm celebrating 2 years of this podcast, 214 episodes, countless early mornings, hours and hours that I've poured into this mic and into you. And when I started this podcast, I was in such a different season of life. My career looked different. My kids were at different stages. My dreams were kind of still taking shape. And the version of me who launched this show, she had really big goals, but also a lot of self-doubt, a lot of pressure, and a lot of trying to do things the right way. But over these past 2 years, so much has shifted. So much unexpected life has happened. I've outgrown some of those early dreams. I've released a lot of those expectations that were seriously weighing me down. I've gotten a lot more honest about what actually matters to me and what I'm willing to let go of. That's been a huge part of this journey. So I want to ask you this. What part of your life feels out of alignment, but you've been afraid to release it because it was something that you used to really want? Maybe it's a schedule that no longer serves your energy. Maybe it's a goal that no longer fits your season. Maybe it's a vision of motherhood that makes you feel like you're failing instead of flourishing. Maybe you thought you dreamed of being a stay-at-home mom, and now that you're in the thick of it, you realize you missed the part of you that gets to wear a different hat at work. Or maybe you went back to work because you had goals of climbing that ladder and you realized that you're not interested in that ladder anymore. That was completely me. When I was in my late 20s and early 30s, I wanted to be on top of that corporate ladder. I wanted to prove to, I don't even know who, maybe myself, but the world, that women can do everything and we're strong and I could be on top. And once I had kids, I didn't care about that ladder anymore. I just wanted to be a present mom and focus on my family. So you don't have to stay stuck in a story that you've outgrown. You don't have to keep chasing something that no longer lights you up just because you used to think it would. That doesn't make you flaky. That doesn't make you ungrateful. It just means that you're growing, and growth means evolving. And that should be everyone's goal in this life. So here's your mindset shift challenge for this week. Take a moment today to check in with yourself, not just about where you are, but who you are. Ask yourself, what have I outgrown? What version of myself am I still trying to live up to, even though she no longer fits? What's one area where I need to give myself permission to change? Because when you give yourself permission to evolve, everything else opens up. More peace, more clarity, more space for the life you actually want now, not the one you thought you wanted then. And if this message is landing with you right now, make sure you come back tomorrow for the full episode. I'm sharing the biggest lessons I've learned after 2 years of working my corporate job and building this side hustle, lessons that have changed how I approach motherhood, work, growth, and how I now define success. And until then, breathe deep, release what no longer serves you, and step into this week knowing this. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to want more. You've come so far already. I'm so proud of you. And I really want to help keep you accountable this week. So head on over to our Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms, and tell me all about it. Sending you so much love. If you don't already follow the show, take a second and hit that follow button so you never miss another episode. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Life, Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life. Or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Life Career Life with Carrie Pat.